Okay. Heavens to Murgatroyd, heavens to Betsy. What have we done? What have we been doing in the chat? What are we using for documentation? How do names work in this culture? What are our options? How would we do this? How do we get this all on the screen? That's a good question. We haven't decided at all yet. Grammatical stuff. YouTube. It's you again. Welcome back. We are about to do some more Biirai vocabulary, phrasebook action. We're going to have some fun. I don't know. I was trying to punch the air there, but this mic got in the way. So, let's not dwell on it. Let's just go in and get some more Conlang done. Oh dear. Yeah. They're planning you are in the chat. They're planning my downfall by making me manipulate some sort of a graphical program, which is just, it's not part of my skill set, man. It's not. All right, you're welcome. So we have a thank you, Zaru. We're seeing some suggestions in the chat that Biirai should be, in fact, one of these words. What do we have for Biirai in terms of meanings? So we have, Biirai could mean stars. It could mean weight. It could mean it's a pronoun, a humble pronoun when speaking to someone that is higher than you on the great scale of Biirai cosmology. And it also means perfect. So it may be hard to load any more onto Biirai, but maybe we can use this weight meaning for welcome. Queen says we can, perfect could be a response to thank you. We do Zaru Biirai. And maybe we can add Biirai to welcome as well in the meaning await. So something like you are waited for. You are awaited. How would we do this? We have some grammatical stuff. We have a transitivizer, this an suffix, but that's not what we need. We need something that will reduce the valency. We need a passivizer. Do we have anything like that? I don't think so. I don't think we do. So we need a little affix to make something passive, because we have Biirai. Well, not necessarily passive, but it could be like an impersonal, like one waits for you. I await you, so we can use two clitics. Oh, actually, I really like that. And then let's just say that it's always going to be using the humble series. Biirai. So we have, this is, oops, I'm hiding some things. Biirai is you. So this actually turns into Biirai, si Biirai. And I'll show you why. This might seem like I'm getting it out of nowhere. No, we do have an intransitivizer, this eat. You are waiting, but that removes the object, not the subject. So anyway, focus. So let's break this down. Biirai, si Biirai. So we have two classes of pronoun in this language. We have the independent and the dependent series of pronouns. The independent are listed before the slash and the dependent are listed after the slash. What are they used for? The dependent forms are used for the subjects of the verb. This is a VSO language, incidentally. The dependents are used for the subjects of the verb and for possessors of nouns. Independent pronouns are used in all other cases. So if we are saying, I wait for you, we would say, wait, I, so first person, you. And the first person is dependent, and the second person is independent. I don't know. We didn't have object glomming onto it as well. We used the second. We use the independent forms for objects. So, biirai si biirai. I await you. Or we could say, I await your arrival. Maybe that would also work. Do we have a verb arrive? Arrive or come. We do. Eindrijd. So then we can use the dependent form of the second person pronoun, biirai, which derives from biirai as well. And this means I await your arrival. Biirai si eindrijd biirai. Eindrijd biirai. That's a bit hard to say. Biirai si eindrijd biirai. Eindrijd biirai. This is from hydrate, incidentally. Biirai si eindrijd biirai. I think we got to do something about this. That's not cellar door. Eindrijd biirai. Let's see if we can fix this. Maybe instead of biirai, we just do by. Or maybe we have some allomorphy where if there's an R earlier in the word, then it gets dissimilated out. Eindrijd by. Okay. Oh. What if we have this dissimilation be productive? So if you have this ra in an earlier syllable, you lose it in this in a later syllable. So if you have this ra, if you have a ra in an earlier syllable, then you can't have this branching onset ra. Biirai si eindrijd biirai. Eindrijd by. Biirai si eindrijd by. I kind of like that. Do we have to change anything else? We would change this from biirai biirai to biirai by. Biirai. And we'd change it here too. Where else? Mari nuk brai, that would still say the same. Timira. Yeah, I think that would be good. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'm going to write it down. So, we have a phonological rule. Rule 1. Ra in branching onsets is lost when following a ra in the immediately preceding syllable. This is the only morpheme that will affect so far is this biirai. Okay. Right. Where are we? Oh, we're getting another request coming in for name. Jena. So we can't have ye, and this sort of goes into something that Romke was saying just a few minutes ago. There's a lot of I in this language because we're often adapting e or from the source languages, and we need to do something. We need to do something with it, and because I is our closest thing, that's why we have so much I. So in the case of Jena, we would have to turn it into Jaina or Yina. So let's see if we can scoot this in. Name. Just to make sure we don't have name already. We do not. So, Jaina, name. Jaina, name. Okay. So, let's write a sentence. My name is so-and-so. Jaina. And then here we have to get our pronouns. There's a bit of lag on my computer today. I don't know what's going on. What is going on? All right. So we could use the humble Jaina si and then whatever. My name is so-and-so. I don't know if we have a copula in this language. What does do we have a copula? Let's check. Copula. No. To be. No. Okay. So maybe we have a null copula. That would work. Jaina si. Or maybe. Maybe we have a little copula proclitic. That could be fun. Quain's saying we do. I don't see it. It's non or something. Let's take a look. Oh, look, we do. Nawa. Quain. I don't know why I didn't see that. I typed B and it said nothing. Okay. So then, nawayay si so and so, and we can gloss this as be name first person whatever. So nawayay si Colin. That kind of sounds nice. So someone comes to the server, immediately greet them with a tagiaum kisi, and then a biirai si biirai. Nawayay si Colin. This is sounding pretty cool. I like the way this language is shaping up. What would be the word class of names? That's a good question. What are our options? So we have 3: deities, humans, animals, objects, and abstract nouns. Now, names sounds pretty abstract, but at the same time, it's also closely associated with a human. So I could see it being attracted into this human class. So maybe we can put name down as, where is name? Yaina. I'm going to need to do so we can say name is B. All right, and then I'm going to do a little sort so that we can find things again. All right. Well done, Quayne, in remembering that we had a copula. Oh, Max is saying maybe the Biirai have a different revered animal, like the camel or alpaca. I like this idea of different cultures having different revered animals. I think that's a cool aspect of this world. And I will have to look at the nice document that Ship has put together for the for which animals are in which zones. But I believe, Ship, if I'm not mistaken, there are camelids in this zone. How do names work in this culture? That's a good question. We haven't decided at all yet. What do we know about this culture so far? They live in the desert. That's about it. Okay. All right. So let's have a little conversation using the phrases that we've already made that'll teach yourself Biirai. So, tagi am kisi. Tagi am kisi. So A says tagi am kisi. B says tagi. And then A says, oh, we need a way to ask a question. What is your name? All right, we need a WH question word. Something that maybe we already have that we don't, so we don't have to make some more. Maybe krauma. Krauma. That could be our WH question mark. So this is what, who, etc. All right, and then we have to decide if this is going to be WH in situ or if we're going to front the WH word. Let's make it WH in situ for now. We can always change it. It's my motto for everything. Nawa yaina brai. Nawayayna brai krauma. Nara yayna brai krauma. So how does this work? Nawayayna brai krauma. To be, name your what? Can we add a word based on the name of Duolingo? Sure. Yeah, what can it mean? All right. So then let's try it out with fronting. Krauma nawa yaina brai. So what be your name? Krauma nawa yaina brai. Krauma nawa yaina brai. It's not bad. Duringao. Duringao. Yeah, let's make this to force. To make cause, force, something like that, something broad like that, so we can use it a lot. To threaten. To threaten. Okay. So then I actually like the WH movement solution a bit better than the in situ. So let's say Krauma nawa yainabrai. Krauma nawa yainabrai. That's kind of nice. Pixel. Duringao is a great legendary beast with the body of a camel and the wings and head of an owl. Sirikai, to bless, to hail, or to pray. Ooh, I like that. And now that we have Sirikai, now that we have a word for to bless, we are one step closer to translating the chicken poem. Something to think about. All right. So, let's go back to our dialogue. Tagi aumkisi. Tagi. Krauma nawa yainabrai. Nawa yainasi. Whatever. Be. Krauma nawa yaina brai. I feel like we need something. I feel like we need to strengthen this when there's this contrast. Oops, how do we get this all on the screen? Maybe when we're contrasting it, we use the full independent form. Elijah asking if the copula has to conjugate. So far we have these, what we've done is not so much conjugate, but have enclitic pronouns. So if there's a full noun phrase, then it doesn't conjugate. It just is a bare verb. Is Biirai prodrop? I think, is Biirai prodrop? I think it should be, just because that's fun. But we could roll for it. So by roll for it, I mean we generate a random number, and we take this list of languages, see whatever number it ends up on, and then choose the value for that. So let's do that. Let's roll the dice. So random number between 1 and 199. 72. Okay, what's 72? Let's see if it has prodrop. Iraq. Interesting. I don't know this language. I've heard the name, but I don't know much about it. Let's see. Actually, I don't know if Walls has a data set for prodrop. Let's just Google it. Does not look promising for prodrop. Doesn't look promising for prodrop. We've got a lot of... Okay. All right. I'll relent. We'll do prodrop. But I am curious, Michael, if you do have a friend who worked on that language, what the situation is. Where on earth is this thing? Okay, so prodrop. So it's prodrop. Okay, we got a prodrop is when you are not obligated to have an overt pronoun when it's when the pronoun would be clear from context. So in our little, let's see if I can arrange my windows again. Biirai. So when you have a sentence where the pronoun that you'd be using is clear, you don't have to mention it. So then can clitics be dropped as well under this prodrop? I don't know. I haven't actually thought about this at all. So maybe we can think about it for a second. But I'd like to continue with this. Let's just assume no prodrop for the time being. And let's finish this sentence and then see what happens when we apply prodrop. What do we think? I know the chat wants prodrop. So, but let's continue forth with this little dialogue, and then we can see if how prodrop will work in the system. But I think right now I'm going to put in a brief cut for YouTube because I realize that I'm getting a bit warm and I think I need to turn on a fan or something. So YouTube, we will be back with more Biirai. See you again. Don't point. What's that? That's rude. See you again shortly.